Hello everybody, this is Captain Bo, and here I'm going to show you a brief tutorial, sort of tutorial, on how I build my interdimensional train station for my Minecraft server. Takes advantage of the new 1.21.1 feature. I think that was the right update there, where they changed it so that boats can actually carry a passenger through another portal. So I have these train stations that have been popping up around our server that act as a way to get into our nether tunnel and our nether hub. But we're able to do it through the overworld and we don't have to leave the boat at all. So in here I have most of the resources we're going to need today. So I'm just going to start with the track of the train here. So I have slabs that I put on the sides. And then I have the blue ice, just because I wanted to have the fastest system possible. So we have blue ice in the middle here as a little track for the train. Now, because you don't get out of the train, you have to make sure that the nether portals are facing in the correct orientation to how your tunnels are over in the nether. Just because I've had a few instances where I made the train station, I thought, oh, this is perfect. And then once I went through, I noticed that it was facing in the opposite direction to what I wanted. So I should have the tunnels already built on the other side. I just want to make sure that they are, it's still in the right direction. Okay, so that should be good. So if I'm facing this way, I should end up, yes, perfect, just like this. So we'll finish off that there. There's my last piece of blue ice. So here's the track. They're gonna come in here on the ice here. I'm just gonna put a guardrail, and they're gonna go all the way to the end where we have our removal here. Alright, so put that there. I'll put a piece of cactus. And that piece of cactus is going to make sure the boat breaks. So whenever it comes through, it goes all the way down the line and break right here. That's going to get sent up into our retrieval system so that the boat can be ready to be dropped off for the next person. So I'm going to grab the dropper. Has to be the dropper. The dispenser is used later on. And then we want to grab some of this redstone here. So the dropper is going to face, I believe, yeah, this way. Wait. No, faces this. Oh, no, I was right in the first time. Okay. So it's facing closer to our little walkway here. Just makes it a little bit easier later on when we're trying to fit in some of the other lines. So we're just going to do a simple dropper clock here. So anything that gets put in is just going to get shot out. So now I have to go grab some soul sand. So now that I have the soul sand here, we're going to place it right at the bottom of this path. Oh, sugar. It was one further back. Okay. So we're going to put a block on top of this cactus so that no one gets hurt by it. And I'm going to grab some more stone just because we got to build a bit of a water column here. So at the back here, we're going to have a dropper. We actually want it. So I'm just thinking about how I have this station laid out because a lot of them are slightly different. So I want my bubble column here. That way it avoids contact with the cactus because that would break it. So we need to make sure there's nothing touching that. Now we'll come back here and we're just going to make a simple dropper clock so that anything that gets put in to this is going to just get spat out. Yeah, and then once we finish in the water column here, it's just going to get shot out the top. So that's how we're going to get all of our boats back up to the top of the system so they're ready for dispensing. So I'm just going to grab a bunch of this. And it's kind of just a game of popping up the tower. Move some of my blocks here. So what we want to do is, once we start getting that up a little high, we want to go up 4 blocks. On the 5th block, we're going to build the roof for this section. And then I'm going to grab these. So we're going to go up here. We want to start laying our tunnel roof. I'm just going to put that little bit for now. So now when we start building up, we can see where we want to be with our waterway here. All right, let's pretend we don't see the roof for now. So we don't need to have anything too high here. It is a pretty slim system on the roof. Get this down to maybe, yeah, about here is probably good. We want to have some glass. And this is actually where we want to have the dispenser. So if you have a dispenser, it will shoot out the boat for you. And then we have a little water system here. I'll grab that last, just in case we need it. So, going to color up a little bit further here. So the dispenser is going to go right here. And I'm going to go grab a fence gate. We're going to put a fence gate right here to block the water from flowing down. We're going to put water right here, just so that it helps to push the boat coming out of the dispenser out. You know what? I think I might move this back one. Actually, let's see. How does our... Yeah, I can move this. I'm going to move it back one just so that the boat comes out at a reasonable spot. There. Alright, I'm gonna go grab the fence gate because I don't have it on me, and I'll be right back to finish off that top section. Alright, so we'll go back to our return mechanism here. Put our fence gate right on the edge. And we gotta make sure it's open too. Because if it's closed, obviously the boat's not gonna go anywhere. So I wanna make sure this whole roof is slab, so I wanna make sure I hit the corner here. So now we have the water that's going to push our boat out into the rail system. So now we just need to block off this section. Use just a few more of my smooth slabs here. That. And I guess I'm just going to leave through the top. And I'll just block that off. So now if we go down here, the only thing we have to do now to finish off the system is just to power that dispenser at the top. And the way we're going to do that is by running... So I'm going to put a pressure plate right here, and we're going to run a redstone line up and over. So whenever you stand here and wait, a boat is going to get pushed out for you, and then it will be able to send you off into the nether there. Oh, hello. Alright, do I have enough stuff here? Alright, so we're just going to dig underneath. All the way to the end. Until I don't see that yellow and black anymore. Alright, so right here. And looks like a nice straight way up. We're going to do a redstone torch tower. So we're just going to run redstone over here. And we'll get about here. We're going to put a block. And we're going to put a torch on the side. And now we're just going to go up top again. And adjust that. When we break this wall, we should see our torch tower starting here. And we just want to make sure that the default one at the top is going to be off. So here this one's on. Oh. Falling in the hole probably doesn't help. And that's where the water is. Okay, so this is why this system's a little tricky sometimes, because you want to try and fit it in a small area. Those small areas don't often like to work with you there. What I can do put a torch here. And kind of just position the way that I have my redstone. There we go, so that it connects the side here. So this is the roof. So I don't have to worry about these things being exposed because the roof design is going to be covering it. Because this is my top layer here. So now everything should be hooked up. And if we want to go test this out, all we have to do is stand here. We want to come wait for our system. We want to wait for our boat to show up. As you see, it drops down here, all set to go. We get in, takes us right to the nether. Now, I don't have the system fully designed on this side here. So we'll just have to do it manually to get the visualization. If you were to come back, you go right to the end here, and your boat gets returned. And now if we want to go again, we're going to sit here, and our boat comes back. Just like that. Yeah, so that's kind of how the redstone works there. And yeah, I just got to finish in the side, but it's pretty much giving you an understanding of how the system works and how useful it could be in a multiplayer server. The only issue it could run into sometimes is running out of boats if you have one area where everyone's leaving, but they're never really coming back to it. But in theory, this should continue cycling itself through so that you'll always have a supply of boats to go through your nether hub. I hope that was helpful, and if you guys want to like and subscribe, you'll see more redstone tutorials soon. Alright, have a good one.